Okay. I'm just about ready to go. This isn't really a run that I can do warm-up practice on, unfortunately. So I just gotta go full send and hope for the best.
Oh, that's right.
I definitely need to sit down and practice some stuff. There definitely is some stuff that I could practice in this run, and probably should practice before Speedrun. But right now, I don't need to do most of this stuff well. I just need to not lose 8 million times during the battles. That's where most of my time loss is coming from right now. And then I can worry about doing the fights better once I worry about winning them. Alright, I'm gonna name myself Live, because I'm not gonna die. Actually, that just makes it look like live. Alright, we'll do life there, because I'm not gonna die. Then do that. There we go. Alright. Should be just about good to go. And let's hope for the best. Cross my fingers, because I do have to care about RNG in this run, unfortunately. Thankfully, like, outside of, like, the normal enemy AI RNG type stuff, there's not too much to worry about in this run or this game, but there is some. Well, hello there, first-time chatter Snapkick. I've never gotten Goku before. I've gotten Gohan. It's the glasses. Thank you for the good luck and have fun though. All right. I think this is the last loading screen, then I will actually get to start the timer soon. Okay. Yes, thankfully the timer doesn't start until I clear this box right here. Yeah, El Blanco. I forgot about that from when Superhero came out. Because it's Gohan Beast. Or in Spanish, El Blanco. That transformation is in the game. It's just not useful in the speedrun, unfortunately, because obviously it's not worth it to go out of your way and get anything that's not required for the most part, with a couple exceptions. And that is one of those things that is not required and therefore not useful. But it is in the game. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Beginning of the run is not too interesting. I can easily keep yapping during it.
Hey there.
Alright.
Hello.
You know, I think this is a good BGM for the city. I like this one because it's pretty chill and it's still pretty good music. Because some of the BGM for the city is not the best. Most of it's pretty good. Some of it's not the best. And since I have to hear it so goddamn much, I gotta make sure it's at least not one of the bad ones. Unfortunately, the default song is one of the bad ones. Alright. Mash through the dialogue. Alright. Into the first fight. So yeah. There's definitely a lot of not easy or free time save, but very achievable time save in my PB. So hopefully I can capitalize on at least some of it. There's not as much as there used to be, but there is still a lot.
No matter how much trash there is, it's still trash.
Alright, that's almost down. Couple more hits. What is happening? Alright, there we go. Dang it, if it wasn't for that ending there, I could have actually golden that. But yeah, in the run I'm comparing against, I died, I think, 4 times throughout the run. And several of those deaths were not short ones. Like, several of those deaths cost me like 2 to 3 minutes each. So I could save a lot of time there. And there was also a few random other things that are easily rectified. Like, after the expert missions, I forgot to talk to the Supreme Kai of Time again, and so I had to go back and do it. Oh, there we go. Bad menuing. That's fine. Alright. Let's go talk to Yamcha, so I can make it so that his trainer mission can spawn. And then also fight him, because I need exactly 1 extra TP medal. And since I'm already talking to him, might as well just keep talking to him and do his mission real quick. It's nice and quick.
Alright, let's get to it. Don't worry about me. All you got. Pretty good, you know?
Alright, there we go.
That's enough! Enough!
Not perfect, but I'll take it.
Now. You've got some talent there. To be frank, that was pretty unexpected. Me teaching? Well,
Alright, Yamcha, you can stop talking now.
to the whole world.
Thank you. Alright. Alright. Then I need to talk to the person standing next to Piccolo,
Hi there.
so I can get free thing to sell.
Greetings.
And then go to Mr. Satan's house. So I can go talk to the Elder Kai. And then teleport away. Go to Recreation Plaza. Because I want to go sell some of the... Oh, before I forget. Change equipment. Unequip my scouter so I can sell it.
Welcome, friend.
Alright, sell the scouter. And then sell the Sensu Essence capsule. Then head over to Tosok.
Hey!
And there we go. Now I can buy 4 levels from him.
Hey! Hey!
Alright, and
Hey.
one more. Alright, and then that's it for now. Now I'm off to... Okay, I definitely did not navigate that quickly, but whatever. Off to do the first parallel quest, and the only parallel quest I do in the run. Okay.
Hey! It's me, Goku! It's me, Goku!
Okay, I think I did pretty decently with the hub world stuff there. Was definitely improvable, but not bad.
All right. You want to know what it means
be a part of the time patrol? Well, listen up and listen good. Let's start with the basics. Activate that trusty scouter of yours.
Okay.
Good. See all those items lying around? Well, pick them up.
Alright, now that I've got those,
Nice.
head up to this portal, wait for him to activate it.
Now, let's head over to the next area.
This mission is, like, the beginning of the run is relatively easy, thankfully. But that just means that there's a lot of small things that you can do to go marginally faster.
Your scout can be used to zero in on friends. Take a gander at it, would ya?
There's, like, nothing here is difficult, but I need to make sure I do it quickly. Otherwise, I will be just hemorrhaging seconds here and there.
Remember, when you're down and out,
Alright.
use assist to provide your friends with backup.
'Cause it's like, the stuff later on, I don't care as much about losing a few seconds here and there, because I'm just happy to get through it all unscathed. And if I can do it quickly, that's a nice bonus, but, like, I will just take whatever I can get with some of these fights. But in these early fights, they're piss easy, so I might as well try and do it well. Alright, 7 men are down.
Wait, no, I'm sensing something else.
Another one's gonna spawn over here.
Can reveal hidden
Gotta wait until the game actually lets me spawn it in, though. There we go. Oh, we eviscerated him. Like all three of us fired Kamehamehas in a row. Alright, now I gotta fight these guys. Preferably without getting comboed by them in the process. Alright, that's one down. Alright, we comboed him with multiple blasts again. Alright, and then one more. Again, what is happening? That's like the third time that happened where I accidentally synced up with an AI. Hey there, Joey. Thank you for the good luck on the balls. Comma dragon. GG's on your free
Good job,
3D World
kid.
PB.
You really cleaned house.
Something else is closing in. Hold on, isn't this?
Alright.
That challenge, boy.
Has been a while since
Come on. Stop flying away, TM. There we go.
Why don't you jump in there with them too?
This reminds me of the World Tournament.
Yeah, except this time, I'm not a kid.
Alright, well,
They
these
say
enemies are
you're
being
the
annoying, but that's fine.
strongest Earthling.
They're not hard, at least.
Show me.
Say that,
Okay.
but you've been training too, right, Yamcha? Why don't you show me?
Oh yeah, I imagine
Hey,
380
Yamcha.
stars is
In the mood for a fight?
daunting
No
even
holding
if
back?
it's completely a
Why
free
not?
PB.
I've been training a lot lately.
Because earlier it's like you forgot one
Just a bit.
green star by accident and had to go back into the level and it cost you like 2 or 3 minutes, so like, that's just even worse. Nice. Good gold. Oh yeah, yeah. It's like I always forget like what requires what in that game because obviously I've never played it, but like yeah, I remember it's like oh yeah, you do need the stamps to like actually get all the levels. Okay. And then head over here. Stop by the item shop.
We have light.
Then sell. And then buy. Okay. Need that. And then go ahead and equip it. While I'm here, let's boost some attributes, I guess. Might as well. I have the menu open.
What is it?
Oh yeah, because that's going to be like the kind of run where it's like, if you accidentally finish the level wrong, then you're losing time. Which is, yeah. I mean, I can't say I'm not familiar with that kind of thing, because, I mean, Level Head 100% doesn't have that exactly, but it absolutely has a, you have to redo the entire level because you did it slightly wrong. Not because of flagpoles, but because of par times, but it's this very similar sentiment. All right. Yeah, but that's part of why those kinds of categories are fun, is because they are difficult and everything like that. Because it's also like one of those things where it's like the longer the category is, the nicer it is to do multiple runs because you just save so much time in them. So it's yeah, it's like because like I haven't done actually that many 100% categories in games, mostly just because they are just so much more difficult to learn because of how much more stuff is in them. But like Level Head 100% is still my favorite category for that game. It's just I haven't seriously run it in a long time because if I wanted to derust it, it would take so much effort. That's why I end up sticking to 90% for stuff more often than not, because it's just easier to get into it in the first place and then get back into after the fact.
My name is Kevin. I watched you fight. You put on quite a show after. Say, would you like to consider joining me? You can do whatever you want. Destroy planets. Eat good.
All right, now I am stuck on auto-scroller mode.
Whatever you wish. There's nothing better, I tell you. You
Oh yeah,
are
yeah.
the last
You got your
citizen
watch
of the
streak
universe.
going, hell yeah. Get those free channel points.
Oh, so you're not interested, eh? Well then, you can just die. Just like me for some reason. Of course, you and me look alike, Kakarot. We're both
Yeah, it's like I do kind of want to do 100% like run of Ego Land at some point,
I'll tell you
but that is not a category that I would ever want to do seriously because of what kind of stuff that actually requires. It would probably just be like a one and done thing just for the hell of it. Because 100% in that game requires some really dumb things. Because like you have to beat the Dark Clank fight at full health for an in-game achievement. You have to do the obligatory card game, and you have to win all of the levels of the obligatory card game, which is obviously going to be RNG garbage. And then, you know, even more stuff on top of that. But those are the main two things that deter me from doing it.
What the heck are you doing here? Don't tell me you come here to make some silly joke about beating us or something. Take a look.
Alright. And then I also want to do Rebel Transmute 100% at some point, but that's less of a there's any one thing that's bad in it and more just routing.
Not going to let you get away with it! What? Nappa! Hurry up and beat him!
Trouble fighting Vegeta for a second there. Okay. Yeah, Rebel Transmute 100% is... Yeah. Yeah, Snapkick knows the situation with that. It's not that there's no routing done, but there's not really good routing done in a way that I can use. And on top of that, even if there was routing to base it off of, I know that if I wanted to be serious about it, I would be making a massive amount of changes to any routing that anybody has. Because whatever routing somebody else makes, I can guarantee there's going to be an innumerable amount of things that could be better with it. And that's not like shade to anybody routing it or anything. It's more just Metroidvania games are hard to route, and the more stuff you add into it, the harder it gets to route. And so there's just never going to be an optimal route outside of like very, very simple ones for a 100% category like that. It's always just going to be the best you can do / the best you're willing to go if some things are too difficult. I am losing a good chunk of time here. I know why I'm losing time, but it's unfortunate. Because I'm losing time because I didn't beat up Turles fast enough. Because the Turles auto-scroller is actually shorter if you beat him up fast enough, but I did not beat him up fast enough. I split on clear. There we go. And it lost me 45 seconds, unfortunately. Which sucks, but it is what it is. Not that big a deal. Yeah, I need to just, like, do more long speedruns, because... this is, like, one of the longest runs that I've done on a semi-consistent basis. Technically, when I first started doing level head 100%, that was longer, but it's shorter now. And so this is the longest run that I've actually done semi-consistently. I have done longer runs, but I wouldn't count my Rock Band speedruns as runs that I do consistently, even though they are 5-6 hours long. Yeah, I remember hearing you talking about having to learn for Astrobot 100%.
So.
Alright. I have to remember for a second what I have to actually go do. Alright, I need to go over here. Talk to a dude. Do an emote in front of him. And then he'll give me some armor that I can go sell, and then I can go level up a bunch. Then I need to do Anguish. There we go. Yeah, because you've done not actual, like 300 bots isn't 100%, but it's pretty close, right? It's not, there's not like a massive amount of differences between these two categories. If I'm not mistaken.
Greetings.
So it's not like too bad. I mean, yeah, Constance is a Metroidvania, and Metroidvania 100% categories are always sick. And especially since that one's not like a terribly long Metroidvania, that's also helps it along a little bit, especially in that the routing's not going to be horrible. Because like anybody who's trying to do Silksong 100%, I do not envy them. Because for a massive amount of reasons, that run is going to be horrifying to try and route.
Greetings.
And then if they add new content to it later down the line, then it just gets even worse. Yeah, puzzle pieces and coin grinding. Oh god.
Hey,
Money grinding in a 100% category. I am all too familiar with that.
greetings.
SpongeBob, BFBB rehydrated. Flashbacks for 100 spat. One of the only other 100% categories I've done. How much time do you have to spend coin grinding in 100%? Oops.
Welcome, friend.
Alright, go ahead and sell this thing. Then go ahead and buy... Get lost before I send you flying. Okay. Go buy a shit ton of levels.
Hey. Hey.
Oh god, okay, 30 minutes. That sounds very familiar to me.
Hey.
How much are you like able to skip the credits normally, or like would you be stuck watching them anyway?
Hey. 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 Hey.
Okay, so you do have to play them once. Okay, and the rest is just pure grinding.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah. That sounds like it'll at least be a little bit less mindless than BFBB rehydrated, shiny grinding, and 100 spat.
Hey.
Because that is very boring. I don't know if you've ever seen what that entails, but it is very dull
Hey.
and very repetitive. Okay, you have, yeah.
Hey.
Especially if you do it on an older patch or on something like the Switch.
Hey.
Then it's even worse. Or if you do an older patch on the Switch.
Hey.
Because the reason why you need to grind that much, obviously, is for the Mr. Krabs spats, because those cost shiny objects. And they lowered the price of his spatulas in a later update.
Hey.
And so if you play the game on an earlier patch, you have to just
Hey.
grind for more than twice as long. Whoops.
Hey.
So yeah, it's like normally in 100% on Xbox Series X, in 100 spat, you have to grind for about like 15 minutes or so in order to get enough shinies. If I did one run on patch 1.01, which is
Hey.
the fastest patch in other categories, but for 100 spat, because of the increased prices, you have to grind for over 30 minutes. And that's on the Xbox Series X. As you can imagine, doing it on Switch If you go back and watch Punshot's old world record on that patch on Switch, I think he's grinding for over an hour. That's partially because the Switch loading times are atrocious, and partially just because you have to grind so much. Do that, and then boost my attributes. It's a shame, and it's a shame that that version of the game is so slow for 100 spat. Because if it wasn't for that fact, that would be the best patch to run the game on in 100 spat, because that version of the game has a better taxi glitch, which just lets you warp to any spatula that you want, and that makes the routing way faster and way more interesting. Because, like, when I did that run, I think that run only ended up being, like, 10 or... Like, I had to grind for, I think, about, like, 20 minutes extra, and I only ended up losing 10 minutes to my normal PB, because the patch saves so much time in other places throughout the run. So I made up half the time I had to spend grinding just through other changes.
Who are you? Are you going to help us out? Stay back, and get away from
Get out of here, Dodoria. I don't need to fight you.
Dodoria.
Oops. Alright, that's not what I wanted.
Take care of this myself.
Alright, there we go. But yeah, if it wasn't for shiny grinding, 100 spat would be, without a doubt, the best category in that game. Because besides the shiny grinding, legitimately very fun category. I like it a lot.
You may be a time patroller, but you'll never survive my boundless chariot.
I mean, if you do decide to try running it, I can definitely help you out there, because the resources for that game are kind of all over the place. Especially if you wanted to, depending on where you want to run it, and how you want, what kind of strategy you want to use. Because it's like every so often somebody comes into the Discord and is just like, oh, I want to try learning the game. How should I, is there like a good tutorial that I could use? And then people were just like, not really. There's several old outdated tutorials that are recommended as a result to start with, and they are, they get the job done, but they are definitely not ideal. Well, this split was not good. That was a late split, but whatever. Good enough. Okay, yeah, running on PS4, I think Punshot had a console tutorial with lag that was like beginner to intermediate that he made a couple years ago. So I think you would probably be able to use that. If you wanted to go more advanced than beginner to intermediate, then you would need some other help, but that is definitely, I think Punshot has a good tutorial for that specific set of stuff. Alright, gotta go to the DLC theater, where they show you trailers for the new DLC. I don't want to watch that, so I'm just gonna leave.
Excellent. You will grant my wish without it.
Alright, and back in I go. Yeah, Alright, hello there, Curry, and go enjoy your food, Joey. Welcome in. Hello, Cell. Hopefully whatever game you were playing went well, Curry. I'm assuming it was some kind of multiplayer game that may or may not involve democracy. I say that, obviously leaning towards Helldivers 2. But I think I remember... I did see you were playing Among Us one time. And Among Us has democracy. You vote for people in that game. That's democracy, so it still counts. Or if you were doing an archipelago and playing Civilization, that's a type of government. That involves democracy. Alright. Time to beat up Goldo, and then this mission's over. Let's go to the next one. There we go. Yeah, Curitas, huge democracy fan. Alright, but you all are coming into some Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. It is not off to a phenomenal start, but that's okay, because I have more than enough time saved later on, as long as stuff goes well.
So what's it gonna be, guys? How about giving up and going home? Or would you rather end up like that?
Oh yeah, no, very fair. It is a weeknight, after all. I do not normally stream on a Tuesday. Well, I guess now it's technically Wednesday. So, have a good night. Have a good sleep. And have a good holiday, because it's the week of American Thanksgiving. And I do have to specify American Thanksgiving, because I know there's at least one Canadian here. Potentially more.
Hey, do you mind giving me a hand with one more thing? Thank you! Krillin and Gohan, you two use the Dragon Star to hunt down the Dragon Ball.
Wait a minute! Someone's approaching me!
Okay. There we go.
It looks like you were too late.
What's happened? Their energy level suddenly shot way up. Wait,
Okay.
someone's coming this way. It's not Krillin. Gohan. Vegeta. Must be.
Alright, this is not the split that I have massive time save on. That is the next split. Because in my PB, I died in 2 separate fights on the next split.
I'll fuck my comrades out of this pickle. Captain Ginyu is here to save the day.
Take down his health. I can't actually knock him out, so I'm just going to take down his health for now. Whoops. Alright, I don't know what ate my Kamehameha, but that's annoying. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's beat up Jace some more. And then eventually I'll actually be able to knock him out.
Your post during our special fighting pose? I won't tolerate such insubordination!
Come on.
So sorry, Captain. No, I didn't think you'd come back with a different body.
No excuses! You have to be ready at all times! You are lazy!
Alright, I think... Okay, there we go.
Sorry, I was so slow getting back. Can you give me back my body?
Alright, there we go. Now I gotta wait for Ginyu to let me actually knock him out. I can do some more damage to him, but it will cap me at a certain point until dialogue happens.
You don't look very nice, but you're here to help. Well, whatever. Let's take care of those guys.
Alright. That's fine.
You haven't met Captain. Would we, take care of all of them except the one that arrived just now? If you want to let him go, why?
Alright, gotta let this dialogue finish. Okay, then it talks about Jace losing, which means now I can damage him. There we go. Okay. One more fight.
Looks like the tables have turned again.
Okay, and then beat up Turles.
I appreciate the offer, but I think
Alright, one more combo and I'm good. There we go. Okay. That time save is like mostly kind of not real. Some of it's real, but some of it's a little fake because I did different stuff in between the missions that time, because last time around in my PB I went out of my way to buy something from the shop, but then I realized after the fact that it would have been faster if I had waited to do it until now, and so I'll buy something from the shop now instead. So some of that time save is from not going to the shop, but not all of it. I'd say probably like 20 of... I'd say I probably was on par with last time, and then I just saved 20 seconds from not going to the shop. Okay. Alright, then head over to the shop real quick so I can buy a skill.
We have light.
Buy with Zenny, Super Key Explosion. Talk. Okay. Okay, then let me just go ahead and equip it now before I forget. Because if I don't do it now, I might forget. Super Key Explosion. Okay. Because I don't need it until the next split. The Cell split. Where I will use it in 2 separate fights, but for now, no reason not to equip it, because the last thing I want to do is to get to those fights and then realize I forgot to equip it, because I didn't equip it right away. Alright, but this split will have some massive time save by just not dying twice. Like once on the Slug and Turles fight, and then once on the Frieza and Cooler fight. So this fight doesn't really matter, because I'm mostly just stuck waiting for Frieza to quit waffling, and then it'll let me move on to the next fight.
Now be sensible and carry out the Dragon Ball. Do you really want to die?
This is definitely one of those fights where they really just didn't need to have this much dialogue and force you to listen to all of it. There's several of these fights, but this is one of the worst ones because it's just over so quickly. You have to wait so long. I mean, the one advantage of all this is that I will have ample time to throw to the host during the actual Speedrunmizer marathon. Because there's going to be more than a couple fights like this throughout the run where I'm just doing nothing, waiting for the game to let me continue. Alright. There we go. All right. All right. Now it's time for one of the fights that kicked my ass last time. Because this fight is legitimately not easy. Because this is also one of those fights that just has you stuck waiting for a while. And it really sucks because you're just stuck waiting, the enemies can still hit you the entire time, and your health carries over to the second phase of the fight no matter what happens here. Get out of there. Don't want to get hit by the ultimate attack. Alright. Slug's health is whittled down. Let's work on Turles.
If you say so.
Alright, let me please go attack Turles. Thank you. Because until the specific dialogues happen that let me actually finish this phase of the fight, I kind of just have to wail on these guys until their health gets low enough and then I can't damage them anymore. And then once that happens, keep wailing on them, because if I'm wailing on them, they can't hit me.
It's incredible! Once this is finished, you're next, Turles. I hope you're prepared.
Alright.
Don't be so cold.
But yeah, unfortunately, you're just kind of stuck waiting until the game lets you finish the fight.
If you swear to become my royal servant, I might consider it.
Like.
We might never get along anyway.
Yeah, if the game didn't have, if this fight didn't have a second phase, or the game didn't carry your health over between phase 1 and 2 of this fight, it wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, it's like if I were to get beat up during this phase 1 and lose a lot of health, that just makes phase 2 so much worse. Because I'm walking on eggshells the entire time. A lot of the hardest fights in this game are literally just because they make you fight a whole bunch of stuff without restoring your health.
I owe you a lot.
Alright.
What's happening? I feel a surge of pure dark energy.
Alright, there we go. That's one down. Screw you, Turles. Okay. There we go. That's phase 1 down. Now I just gotta fight them again.
You'll have to get through me first.
Turles should be down. Okay, never mind. That Kamehameha didn't hit him. Oh yeah, I forgot this has more waiting.
This feels absolutely incredible.
Okay, and then once Trunks shows up, I can actually start beating him up. Alright, I missed. That sucks. Okay, Turles is almost down. Alright, I need to go finish off Slug. That was definitely not my best fight, but I didn't even come close to dying, so I can't complain. That could have been significantly worse. Okay, cool. Now I'm on to the fights against Frieza, because there are multiple fights against Frieza. The first fight against Frieza is the funny one, though. Because the first fight against Frieza is not quite an auto-scroller, but also you have no control over how long it takes either. Because the first fight against Frieza, you don't have to do anything. In fact, you want to be doing as little as possible. Because you don't want Frieza to be attacking you, you want Frieza to be attacking specifically Vegeta. Because this fight does not end until Frieza beats up Vegeta and takes out all of his health. And then once Frieza kills Vegeta, then you get to move on to the next fight. So just stay as far away from Frieza as possible so he doesn't target you, and hope he takes out Vegeta quickly. This is why it's kind of a crappy fight for a speedrun, but it's really funny. Because how fast this fight goes depends entirely on how fast Frieza kills Vegeta. Okay, Vegeta's almost down. Come on, Frieza, take him out. Come on. Thank you.
You're really complicated.
Okay, and then now I actually get to fight Frieza. And then Goku shows up, and I get to fight Frieza some more. And then after I fight Frieza some more, then I'm on to Goku charging the Spirit Bomb, and I get to fight Frieza a third time here. But he needs to stop talking first. Alright. Whoops. There we go. Weird, but it doesn't matter. There we go. And then it's on to the next Frieza fight with Goku. Because Goku needs to go Super Saiyan. Thankfully, this is a very easy fight against Frieza, because it's literally just this form, and then that's it. Fight's over. And there we go. That's a nice seconds-long fight. That fight is surprisingly easy. But now it's time for the actual difficult Frieza fight, because now I have to fight Frieza and Cooler together at the same time. Okay, there we go. Phase 1 is nice and short. That sucks, but that's fine. Took a lot of damage, but Frieza's almost dead, so it's not that big a deal. There we go. Took out Frieza. Now I just need to beat up Cooler. Ow. Come on. Alright, that was entirely my own fault. The fact that I didn't get damage off on him there, but it still sucks. Okay, come on. Onto his last health bar. Stop doing that, please. Okay. It's pretty close. Just need a couple more combos, I think. Alright, last combo, and we're good. There we go. Could have been better, but I will take it. That's... There. That's what I split. Hell yeah. Okay, saved 5 minutes because I didn't die, and then it saved 14 seconds on top of that for a gold. Nice. So just like that, this is a pretty solid run. Alright. On to the Cell Saga. The Cell Saga has some very annoying fights. But that's okay. Alright. Alright, this first fight's not too bad. It's just beat up Android 17 and then beat up Cell. And that's it. Pretty simple. The tough fights don't start until the next one, where you have to beat up 8 billion Cell Juniors, and you have to beat up 9 billion Metal Coolers. But this one's pretty easy, thankfully.
I only want to go through its location. Will you tell me or not?
You want to know?
Android 17, and then there we go. First part of the fight done. Now I'm on 2 Cell. What in the world did I even just get hit by?
I don't know who you are, but you're annoying me. So get lost. I'm having a good.
Oops.
But what about you, 16?
Alright, so this fight against Cell could be going better, but that's fine. Whatever, not a big deal. If this is a fight I lose 15 seconds during, then this is a fight I lose 15 seconds during. Not that big a deal. Okay, there we go. Now I'm on to the annoying fights. Which is the fights against 8 million enemies at once. Okay. That does also mean that I need to actually care about my key.
Good job out there.
In the sense that, in certain phases of these upcoming fights, that skill that I bought, Super Key Explosion, I will be using it, which means I need to make sure I get to the later phases of these fights with enough key to actually use it. Which is not hard to do, but I just need to be aware of that fact and make sure I don't mess it up. I forgot that I fight Mira here. Okay. So I don't fight the Cell Juniors yet. That is the next fight. First I gotta beat up Mira.
You're an interesting one.
Okay, there we go.
I give up. I can see how strong you are. I can't possibly win here. Now it's your turn, Gohan. Come on.
But Mr. Sunfighter, hang in there just a bit longer.
Okay. Yeah, the Cell Jr. fight is not like the hardest thing in the world or anything, as far as these fights go, but it is annoying just because they are very mobile, and if they don't want to get hit, they will just fly away from you. But that's fine.
Be careful! These guys are incredibly strong!
I'm sorry. You simply cannot win.
Cell Jr. down.
But remember, you're my children.
It's 2 Cell Juniors down.
Really strong.
That's 3 Cell Juniors down. There we go.
Have a request for you. Whoa! The top!
Alright, I need to get those 3 down as fast as possible because that starts the dialogue where Android 16 tells Satan to throw his head. And this is the dialogue that I need to wait to finish in order to move to phase 2 of this fight. So the faster I take out those 3 Cell Juniors, the faster this phase ends.
There's some moving. They're causing trouble. All right, here goes.
And then once I'm on to phase 2, I just open up phase 2 by immediately using Super Key Explosion and hopefully taking out some Cell Juniors with it. If I take out at least 1, then that's good. And if I damage multiple, that's also good, but I have no control over whether or not they get hit in the blast and how much damage it does to them, really. Because their positioning is not something I can control. But by using it right at the start of the phase, I am more likely to hit more of them. So let's see what happens. Okay, I took out 1 of them. I'll take it. Could have been better, could have been worse. That's the second Cell Junior down. And then that's... Okay, cool. That went pretty well. I think that Cell Junior also got hit in the blast, but it did not get killed by it. Alright, and now when I have to fight off 8,000 metal coolers, I will be using that exact same strat on phase 2 and 3 of the fight to take out as many metal coolers as I can.
The cell gates are open to any, aren't they? And we will be participating as well.
Very well. Allow me to welcome you to the cell.
Metal cooler. Why here and now? Who is this metal cooler doctor? Why are you so many coolers?
Come on.
Technology contained in the mid-phase star. Opening into a wormhole. Something like a tunnel through space and time. Those metal
Why am I just not hitting the goddamn metal cooler? Jesus Christ. That was annoying. I only need to beat up 1 more. Okay. There we go. On to phase 2. And I start phase 2 by just using Super Key Explosion and hoping for the best. After a loading screen. Alright. I only got 1 of them? God damn it, dude. That sucks. Alright, well I gotta beat up the rest of them naturally then. Oh my god, dude. I hate this fight. This fight sucks. Okay, I only need to beat up 2 more, which is good. Last one. Okay, that was slow, but I got him. One more. One more fight. I had to beat up 12 of them, but only one more fight against these guys, and then I get to finish off Cell. Dude! They just did not want to cooperate for some reason. That sucks. Dude. Come on. Dude. What is with these fucking metal coolers tonight? They just are not being nice in the slightest. It sucks. Dude. Alright, one more. There we go. That sucked. That was a really bad metal cooler fight. But I got very bad RNG. Unfortunately. There's not really much I can do about that. Alright, now I just need to beat up Cell.
I'll support you from the time test. You gotta take it from here.
Oh, thank you, my Saiyan self. Returning to health from a near-death experience. That's
Alright.
only made me even more powerful. What's so funny? Have you gone insane?
Alright, I got a couple good combos off while I still had my limit burst active, which is good.
Destroy you with my own two hands. Somehow, still being enhanced by Cool's
Come on. Just need like one more good combo, and he just is not letting me get off one more good combo. There we go. Well, that was annoying, but not too bad. Small goal, but and that I could save probably a good 30 plus seconds on that split off of what I did there without even like that much effort. I just need the metal cooler fight to go better and Cell being a little nicer. But I will take a gold. I am not complaining. Because I think most of that time save was on the Cell Jr. fight, because I just did better in Phase 1. I think in my PB I did not do too great on the Cell Jr. fight. Alright, so now I also need to be hoping for a good Yamcha RNG, because I need his training mission sometime soon. By the end of the Boo arc. The Boo saga. Because I need that mission to spawn in so I can get enough TP medals to finish the run. And it is RNG whether or not it shows up. So just gotta go hope for the best.
I'll do what I can. You have to get out of here. Hurry!
I will destroy whoever interferes with my life.
Okay. 16 is almost down. There we go. Not done yet though, because I gotta beat up Mira now.
You're just full of interpretation. So, I'll find you to further my evolution.
Hi, I always forget that he stops you here. He only lets you do so much damage, which means I kind of wasted my limit burst, but kind of didn't.
Who is this guy? How is he so strong?
Alright, now I gotta beat Mira one more time.
Trunks! What are you doing? But that can't be. Wait a minute.
Okay. That could have been better, could have been worse. I'll take it.
Why can't I?
Alright, and then there's one more fight in this section of the story, where I gotta beat up Android 16 again, but also Cell's there. No Yamcha, okay. Whenever Yamcha's mission shows up, it's just gonna be like a minute of time loss, because I have to go out of my way to do that, but while that does kind of screw up any whatever split it shows up in, it's necessary. It needs to happen, and I hope it happens as well. But I have no control over it, so I just gotta cross my fingers and hope RNG cooperates.
What is 16? Something is right.
Destroy.
He's so
Right?
He must have been powered up somehow. We'll have to put the trunks in the spike.
Come on. Alright, I should not have gotten hit by that, but whatever, it's fine.
Funny you should ask. You might be interested to know that I have solved 1715.
Alright.
17 and 18?
And also, how is it that you know my name? Oh, wait.
Oh, come on. What did I even get hit by? Android 16's almost dead. Just get like one more hit off. There we go.
So it would seem that this stranger is my ally. You must be honest.
Alright, Cell's almost down.
Left alive.
There we go. That wasn't too bad. Good stuff. I'll take a 20-second gold. Alright. Yamcha. Come on. Nope. Okay. That's fine. Alright, we're off to the expert missions in a very short time. Gotta get through a couple cutscenes first. If I get through a couple cutscenes, I obviously mean skip literally all of them. Why would I watch them? That's slow. Alright. Alright, first expert mission is nice and easy. These expert missions are basically just tutorials. Just gotta get through them. Not really too much interest in happening. There is some stuff I can do to save time here over doing it casually, but unfortunately they're not the most interesting. Part 1 is done. So yeah, part 1 is you have to break out of your own brainwash attack. Part 2 is I have to break an ally out of a brainwash attack, and then part 3 is I just have to beat the boss by hitting an attack back at it. Unfortunately, the ally has a good chunk of health. It takes a second to actually take him out, but that's fine. Come on. There we go. That took one. Should've, but whatever. I got it. On to the last part of Expert Mission 1. Why are you not? Okay, there we go. That was weird. I guess I have to do it from the opposite side. I can't just fly into it from any direction. Which is a little annoying, but whatever. Not that big a deal. Alright. Mission 1 is down. On to the next one. This, in my PB, this is where Yamcha decided to give me his training mission, which is probably the worst time that he can give it to me while still giving it to me.
Over here.
But that's okay.
What gives, Kale?
Alright. So I will save a lot of time on this split, but not because I actually did anything. Mostly just because I didn't get the Yamcha mission during the split. Other kind of special attack in expert missions. Alright, let's beat up a Cyberman. Nice and easy. Then head back, break a couple crystals, and then beat up Turles. I don't know if I'm going to be mashing on the split, unfortunately. That's okay. Alright, let's crystal down. Where's the other crystal? There it is. No, I don't want to lock onto Turles. There we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I very much did not gold, but that's okay. Alright, Yamcha. Give me your training mission. I'm running out of time.
Testing? Testing? What is it? Feeble time patrollers. Can you hear me?
Alright.
With the great power of the toughest, I will soon have the entire world under
Okay,
my
well, before I go
control.
get Super Saiyan, I'm going to go and buy some healing items. Just to be safe. Okay. Because I don't need to worry about money for the rest of the run. all I need to worry about is not dying. So let's not die. Because there's a good number of fights coming up in the not-so-distant future that I might need to heal during. Alright, let's go get Super Saiyan. So yeah, I need to fight Vegeta 2 times, and then I will get to do the fight where I unlock Super Saiyan. And the fight where I unlock Super Saiyan is one of the worst fights of the run. It is hot garbage. But unfortunately, it's required to beat the game. Because you are required to get your character specific transformations in order to beat the game. First, I need to spar with Vegeta twice. There we go. One down. And if Yamcha gives me his training session now in between these fights, I'm not happy about it, but I have no choice but to go out of my way and do it. Because I can't afford to let those opportunities pass, even though it is very slow. Thank you for the good luck. I'm coming down to the wire with needing Yamcha to be nice to me, so I might need that luck very soon.
Going Super Saiyan always makes me a little more violent. Crushing you won't take long.
Yamcha's not giving me his training mission yet, and I am getting dangerously close to the Buu Saga, which, before I could finish the Buu Saga, I need Yamcha to give me his training mission.
You're pretty good to be going toe-to-toe with me.
Okay. First 2 fights down. Now it's time for the one that sucks. AKA the Super Saiyan fight.
An extra special class is about to begin.
Yamcha, you just had to do it now. Okay. Well, unfortunately, that means I have to leave and come back. Very slow, but
Greetings.
that's what I have to do. Resort District Kame House. Talk to Yamcha.
Yeah.
Okay, he at least gave me the mission, though. So, like, I can't be too upset even if it's not at a good time. Because he could very easily just be mean to me and not give it to me at all. Is this a Turtle Stone? Turtle Stone, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And then, that's not who I want to talk to. You're who I want to talk to. Okay. And then go back to Capsule Corp. And let's go get Super Saiyan. Unfortunately, this means even if I win this fight first try, I won't get as good of a gold as I could get, because I'm going to have the Yamcha time loss, but I will still probably gold by a very good margin if I get this first try. But easier said than done, because this fight blows. This fight is hot garbage.
Give it all you've got. This won't be easy. Vegeta and I will give you everything we've got. We'll teach you how to get to the next level. Just trust in us, and you'll be amazing. Let's do this. That's
Alright,
the
then.
spirit.
Let's switch.
Looks like you finally warmed
Fucking
up.
kidding me, dude.
This is going to be fun. Come on.
Come on.
Is this all you've got?
Dude.
This is getting old. Hurry up,
Dude.
get serious.
I can't even approach Vegeta. Oh no, my local cache is full. I don't care.
Go beyond your limit. You'll die if you don't.
Don't tell me you've given up, weakling! Why don't
Don't you want to grow stronger?
Are you not motivated enough?
Alright, now I need to go Super Saiyan.
I knew you could
And as a result of this, the game just takes away all of my abilities. So I have to just hit them with basic combos.
Whoa, yeah! That's the stuff. I knew you could do it.
Alright,
This can't be!
phase 1 down. Now it's time for phase 2.
You've come a long way. Seriously, I'm impressed. I'll have to face you in this form. Okay, let's get to it. I'm a Super Saiyan 3 now. So hit me with everything you've got. Don't hold back.
Are you kidding me? Let me get a combo off, please. Thank you. Vegeta's almost down. He's not down. He's almost down. I need to actually get close to him and hit him to actually take him out. And the game doesn't want me to do that. There we go. Just Goku left. Come on, dude. Please.
Not bad at all.
Alright, just gotta take the hit. Come on.
Fight. Having fun. Super Saiyan 3 really burns through energy pretty fast. Way to keep up in this fight.
Alright, I'm very close.
You were really on your toes.
Come on. Stop comboing the shit out of me, Goku. Thank you.
Great work.
I fucking got
You've
through
finally
it.
broken through the Super Saiyan barrier.
Good, I'm going to help you. I expect results.
Enjoy
That
your
fight is
power.
so
Try to use
garbage.
it for good, okay?
I don't know what to say. You're strong.
Alright, I got through the Super Saiyan fight, I didn't die, and I also got my Yamcha training mission. I'm not in the clear, but I'm pretty close to being in the clear. Go ahead and... don't want to change my equipment, I want to change my skills. That way I have the option to go Super Saiyan if I want to. I might not use it, but I have the option now. Alright. On to the Boo Saga. Alright, the only spot that I died from here on out in my PB was against Bardock and Mira. Like 4 fights from the end. So as long as I don't die between here and there, I could save a good chunk of time. Alright, but now I get to beat up Broly like 3 separate times over the course of these missions. let's do this.
It's completely
Broly, get back over here.
this way. No time for the two of us to be fighting. Fine, I can wait.
Okay.
My Majin Buu to give me a real fight.
Can't do anything else to Broly until the cutscene happens.
Do it. Fight Majin Buu together. Even you are vulnerable.
This game has quite a few issues when it comes to how it handles the story and how it paces the story. But I very much appreciate how it handles this fight specifically, because it's like, oh yeah, Vegeta cheap shots Goku and knocks him out. And it has him actually knock out Goku in the actual, like, in-game portion as well, not just with the story, which is cool. I appreciate that. Because there's not that many fights that do stuff like that. Oops. Can't skip that. Close to down, but he's not yet. Oh god, I'm fucking candy. How long does this last? I think that might... I can't remember if that's the first time I've ever been turned into candy before. But it has not happened many times, at the very least. Okay. There we go. Hey there, B. Jonas. Alright, now I just need to have Vegeta suicide, and then that's what's over. There we go. Ooh. I will take a 10-second gold. I'm not complaining about that. Because that felt good, but it didn't feel, like, phenomenal, so I guess that just goes to show that a lot of these fights I have not done particularly great in the past. Alright. On to the next set of fights. First I gotta beat up Super Buu, and then I gotta beat up Super Buu, and then Janemba. I keep forgetting to change the name of my Buu split to Kid Buu so that it's more clear what that split's actually for, but I keep forgetting to do it. Well, not a big deal. Alright.
Win this on his own. Stranger, listen up. Get a bit of a job.
The three of them are barely a match for me. Oh no! My fusion!
Alright, nice. That was actually pretty fast. I didn't even get to hear Goten complain about the fusion running out. This mission opens up by like having a freeze frame of Gohan and farming. Alright. And then what? Broly shows up? Broly shows up. Yeah, definitely not getting too much value out of this limit burst, but I at least got a couple hits off. That's all good. Alright, Broly's down. Let's beat up Super Boo. Alright, so close. There we go. I just gotta wait for the dialogue to finish. Nice. That's not what I split, though, because there's still one more fight. Gotta beat up Janemba in hell with a Vegeta. Come on.
I'll go fight too.
Make sure you come back in one.
Alright, now Vegeta shows up. Alright. There we go. Nice and easy. Alright, that was a surprisingly good split. I was not expecting a gold by almost 20 seconds. I'm not complaining. I'm just surprised. Alright, and this fight is just Kid Buu. But I know for a fact that I could save time on this split if I do the fight well. Easier said than done, of course. Alright, and then this is the... But this was the part of the run where if I did not have enough TP medals, I would not have been able to continue. But thankfully, Yamcha was nice to me and did give me his training mission. So I didn't have to worry about it. Alright, so yeah, unfortunately, this fight does have a point in which you need to wait for dialogue to finish, but you need to get the boss, Kid Buu's health down to a certain threshold for that to actually kick in.
You're here, it means you're willing to fight. We need time. Give me a hand. Don't mess this up. Hey, we're going to need a lot more if we want to be through. I know that. Problem is, no one is trusting me for some reason. Damn it, Earthlings! Hurry up and help! Why isn't everyone listening?
Okay, I need to get him down to like half a health bar left, and then Hercule chimes in.
At this very moment, but we need your help. Everyone, join forces to defeat Majin Buu. Everyone, please.
Okay,
We need to
there we go.
as much of your energy as possible
Like
with
one
me.
more combo, maybe. Yeah, there we go. And now Hercule chimes in.
Hurry and help!
Cool. That was actually a really solid fight.
Excuse me, Hercule. I'm one fight Majin Buu now. Hurry and lend me your power. Well, can't be helped. This has to be said. Came here.
Oh yeah, no, like I've noticed that like if you use the limit burst carefully, you can do that, but you do have to have the chance for it to actually activate in order to use it defensively. But I mainly just use it offensively because the Super Soul I have equipped is one that gives me a damage boost while it's active. So I just use it to whittle down enemies faster.
There's Mira's power. Let's capture it. Find out where his masters are hiding. Whoa, 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 whoa! You just stepped into a very wide-handed person.
Come on.
Mirrors, the god of destruction. So strange.
What was going on? The guy in the mask seems familiar.
It's very rude to barge in.
Alright, one more combo. There we go. And then Mira shows up.
Now show me everything you've got.
Mira showed up too. Get it. I'm going in.
And I don't have any stamina, so I can't get out of this. There we go. I mean, yeah, it's like casually, yeah, it makes perfect sense to swap around Super Souls based on what kind of effect that you want going on.
And running short on patience. Listen up, all of you. I want you out of here. Don't be quiet. Sit back and watch.
Idiot! What is he doing?
Come on.
Good now. Are you really picking a fight with a god of destruction? Oh, really? I think they're less keen. I happen to be enjoying this.
Alright, there we go.
Don't allow any...
Yeah, it's like even casually, I definitely did limit burst occasionally from time to time. But I definitely don't do it too much. But part of the reason why I don't normally limit burst that much even casually is because casually I often have the Super Soul equipped that is the one that gives you the double XP. And the limit burst for that one is pretty useless, so I have no reason to use it most of the time.
I would really like to avoid any further trouble.
Because the limit burst on the Super Soul that gives you double XP just fills the revive gauge for any allies that are knocked out. So outside of expert missions and parallel quests, where your allies are currently knocked out and need to be revived, it's completely worthless. It is useful in specific circumstances, but it's not like a general use kind of thing. And I don't really have a reason to use other Super Souls a lot of the time, because I'm not at max level, so I want my double XP. This is almost down. A few more hits. There we go. Alright, that was a solid Beerus fight, damn. I saved a lot of time there. Yeah, I definitely need to experiment a bit more with certain Super Souls, because if I'm doing a fight that I don't need to worry about the XP from, I could probably make use of those Super Souls, but like, I'm fine with just getting my double XP and then not worrying about it. But yeah, the Super Soul that we use here gives a 60% damage increase, so it is very useful while it's active. And hello there, Shredberg. Welcome in. Thank you for the good luck and have fun. Hopefully whatever you were doing tonight went well. Whether it was meat-related or cave-related. Or something else entirely. You are coming into some Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Any percent. We are pretty far into the run at this point.
I suppose I can do it. In the meantime, I'll amuse myself by killing all of his companions. I hate to do this, but...
Alright.
Hey, citizen! You're now a temporary member of the Super Elite Galactic Patrol!
Right, this mission kind of sucks. Unfortunately. There's not really much I can do about it.
So my dad and Goku arrived. What is that?
Really powerful friend. I have to say, it's pretty great to have a Saiyan on your side.
You gotta beat up 15 of these Frieza soldiers, and they are just fighting. There's just so many of them as well. And then after you beat up 15 of them, you have to fight Frieza. But the Frieza fight, thankfully, is not too hard. Ooh, you're coming back to deathless for Street Boy. Nice. Well, good luck with that, because I know you will need all of the good energy and vibes you could possibly get in order to have that finally go your way.
What are you then, wouldn't you say? Goku defeated right for me, despite my unspeakable evil. Yes, everyone has such splendid, wonderful manners, don't they? It makes me want to.
God, I still need to beat up another 6 of these guys. There's a reason why I don't like this mission. Come on. Let me restore a little bit of health just to be safe. Because the last thing I want is to get to Frieza and die. Because then I have to redo literally this entire fight if that were to happen. And thankfully I do still have a few extra healing items, so if I need to I can use another one, but I don't want to if I don't have to. We are coming up to the end of this room soon. Not there yet. Still got quite a few more fights. But we are getting close.
There he is! Frieza's finally shown himself!
I was aware the Frieza ball had been slipping, but this is
Because
just
basically all that is left is a couple fights against Frieza, battle against Whis, and then a bunch of battles against the main villains of this game. And then that's pretty much it. The problem is, like, a lot of the fights that are left in the run at this point are not easy fights, so, like, I'm at risk of dying in quite a few of them. Especially the final boss. The final boss is kinda ass. But if it goes well, then it goes well, thankfully. Like, there's not really much I can do except do my best and hope it goes well. But I've got quite a few fights before then, so I don't need to worry about it just yet. Alright, now I need to beat up Frieza and Cooler. Wait, no, first it's just Golden Frieza by himself, right? And then Metal Cooler shows up soon.
He really does. How in the world did he come back?
Alright, here's Metal Cooler.
He looks just like Frieza.
weren't expecting this, were you?
I didn't come back into hell.
I'm using my Limit Burst, so hopefully I can get some damage off with it. Because while I have my Limit Burst active, I do an extra 60% damage. And so obviously I want to try and get as many hits off while it's active as I can. But unfortunately, if the enemy just decides to be mean to me, then it gets boosted. I did get a couple hits off on Metal Cooler before it ran out, so it was not a complete waste at least. Alright, Metal Cooler's down. Now I need to beat up Golden Frieza.
So this is a strawberry sundae? It seems you're using that ice cream.
Come on.
It reminds me of Planet Family, giant frog bread. It's so juicy and delicious.
Alright, there we go. Well, nope, he teleported out of my combo right before I hit him with the last hit. Okay. Now he's dead. There we go. That was annoying, but whatever. Not a big deal. Alright, one more fight. Because I gotta beat up Frieza and Cooler again. Alright. Gotta skip a couple cutscenes, though. And sit through 8 million loading screens. Because this game has so many goddamn loading screens. Alright. Back in. Another fight against Frieza and Cooler.
Yeah, that was close. It almost wiped out the entire planet. Thanks. You're the best. You will not be getting another try back to the trick. You did it.
Alright, Frieza is almost down. Come on. He's like one hit from dying. Thank you. Okay. Now I need to beat up Cooler. And I'm done on the split finally.
I don't think it'll be that. This time, I'm
Okay. He's got a little bit more than a health bar left. So I'm getting close.
Yeah, I guess so. This one isn't mine, buddy.
Alright. Couple more combos and I'm good. Potentially only one more. Okay, no. Oh, come on. He's so close. There we go. Okay. Could have been better, but I will absolutely take that. Because that's a 37.5-second gold. Hell yeah. I'm golding a lot of these splits tonight. It feels good to actually have some of these fights go decently. And that split is still incredibly improvable because the fight against the Frieza soldiers was... That can always be better. Because I'm pretty sure most of those 30 seconds were probably in that section of the fight. Because that section is just so annoying. It takes so long, depending on how the enemies decide to cooperate. Alright. Next up is the Whis fight. This fight's not too bad, but it's definitely not free by any means. He mostly just has a lot of health, and so as long as I don't get hit by like 80 ultimate attacks or something, I'll be fine. I'm not too worried. And plus, for the beginning of the fight, I have Beerus as backup. He does leave partway through, unfortunately.
Oh dear. Do take it easy, alright? Speed was simply not suffice. Look at that.
Okay.
An autograph.
Don't ride on my head.
It suits you well, Lord Beard.
It's not coming off. We use permanent ink. I'm gonna go wash this off.
If you're as slow as he is, I'll drop pupils on your eyelids for you.
Okay. And use my limit burst.
I'll play with you for a little bit.
Then he gets to use his ultimate. Okay. Alright, definitely did not make the most use of my limit burst, but that's okay. I got at least one combo off, so I'll take it. This fight definitely could have been better, but it wasn't too bad, thankfully. Well, it's not over yet, so I shouldn't start celebrating, but...
I'll play with you for a little while.
Okay, broke his stamina, which means I can get a combo off. Alright, there we go. And clear. Ooh, damn. I will take a 15-second gold. I was not expecting that. Alright, well now I'm in the home stretch. There's only 4 fights left. The problem is, those 4 fights, most of them are not easy. Alright, so before I go into them, let's go ahead and use up my skill points. Because there's no reason to leave those on the table going into these fights. Alright, so the first fight is against Bardock and Mira, and then it's against the hero from Xenoverse 1, which in my case is just a generic game-generated hero because I don't have Xenoverse 1 save data to pull from. And then I have to fight Toa and then Mira again, and that last fight against Mira is a very dumb fight, which you will see very soon.
So you show yourself at last, Toa.
I knew you. I've been waiting for it. Simply tracing our steps would eventually lead you to the wormhole. I suppose it was only a matter of time.
It looks like that Toa is the Toa from our
Ow.
No way. Bardock. Don't you?
Alright, and then Mira joins in.
So, how many times have we fought? This time, we know it.
Ow.
This time, we will win.
Yes, we will.
Stronger than
Ow.
and you're
Dude,
with a saint.
my limit burst got completely fucking missed here. Because I couldn't even approach them
Mira,
and get any hits off.
have quite a lot of people.
That sucks. Dude.
Help revive the demon.
Alright, so I'm using some health because I am low.
All along has been to unite our unit with the demon realm.
Come on, dude. Alright, Bardock's down. I just need to take out Mira.
A garden booming with rage and pain.
Devil, I've already seen enough of this thing. I won't let you create any more.
If you want to get the Toa, trust me, you'll have to go
Alright, so this fight was definitely not good, but as long as I don't die, it's good enough.
Thanks to the energy he's absorbed.
See, I'm definitely not golding this split anytime soon or anything, but that's okay.
I don't believe it. My Mira. What's going on here? My messenger. They said that Mira was stronger.
Okay. But I need to win the next fight. The next fight is also potentially very annoying, but we'll see. But yeah, in my PB, I did lose in that first fight there. And so, as long as I just don't die on this fight either, I will save time, even if it's not a gold. Because, yeah, you could tell, it's not going to be a gold.
What? It's you! You put my partner under your control too? Go up! That must be how Toa got her information on the time control. There's only one way I know to break Toa's mind control.
Okay. This fight was... it definitely could have been better, but it's not too bad, thankfully. That went pretty well. That first fight was definitely a little rough, but it's all good. Yeah, I lost 30 seconds compared to gold, but I saved 2.5 minutes because I didn't die, so, you know, to each their own. Alright, this Toa fight, thankfully, is not particularly difficult, so I'm not too worried about it. But then the final Mira fight is a doozy. So I need to be very careful, and then also make sure I use my healing items very liberally. Because the last thing I want is to lose in the final fight and then lose 5 minutes as a result. Because if I lose in the final phase of the final fight, I actually just straight up lose 5 minutes. It is not an exaggeration. Yes, this is the run.
I found it. It's a.
Yeah, because the final boss has 3 phases, and if you die on phase 3, you gotta start over from the very beginning, which is why it takes so damn long.
What? What are you doing here? Huh. How did you follow me this far? Erasing the Dragon Balls from history. That should have changed the outcome of our battles. It should have changed everything.
Okay. I have my limit burst active, so I should be able to get some good damage off.
You really know how to make me angry.
Okay, cool. Only need like one more good combo.
I won't vandalize this place anymore.
I'll do something.
There we go. Okay, that definitely could have been better, but I'll take it. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth. And by moment of truth, I mean in like 3 minutes, because the beginning of this fight is very slow and not much happens. Alright, let's do it.
You don't know when to quit, do you?
This age completely undergoes tyrannical.
So yeah, basically, phase 1 is just do enough damage to get to the point where I can't damage him anymore. And then once that happens, not only can I not damage him anymore, he also can't damage me anymore.
Weaker opponent.
Which is why it's very important to get to it as soon as possible. Because my health carries over between every single phase of this fight. There we go. Okay.
This far exceeds my calculations.
As I floated between dimensions.
Heal back up to full while I'm waiting, because there's no reason not to. Alright. Now I don't have to do anything until this dialogue is over. This dialogue is why losing in phase 3 is so rough, because you're just sitting here for like a minute straight.
Incredible power is deprived of my spirit. I can no longer call myself the strongest. Because this fight will take me to a whole new level.
Look out! You're overheating! You're going past your limit! You have to stop me. It's too dangerous! You can't hear me.
Oh, no, he can't hear me.
His core will overload.
He has AirPods
destroy
in.
this universe. Maybe I should just run. No! There's no telling how large this explosion might be. If it's able to tear through dimensions and break through this edge, then we're powered. You there! If you don't stop Mira soon.
Somehow that is the worst line of dialogue in this whole game, because that pun is just so bad. And I like puns, and I think it's horrible. Alright, on to phase 2. Part of why this fight sucks so much is because the actual moveset for Mira is kind of really frustrating to deal with. Because he basically has an attack that always hits you no matter what, once we're in phase 3, and it sucks. But I'm not there yet, so I don't have to worry just yet. Let's go Super Saiyan, just to play it safe, and then activate my limit burst. Also, Goku's here now.
And scarcely our coursing.
Alright, at least got a couple hits off of the burst. Definitely could have been better, but I'll take it.
The only desire I have left is to defeat you with my own power. You say of the endless world springs of power.
Oh, there's one of the attacks that sucks ass, because if you get hit by a single one of those blue orbs, it breaks your stamina.
Lighten up, old man.
Alright.
I don't know about all that but I do know that this guy is ridiculously tough. But I don't see that as a reason not to fight.
Alright.
Besides,
Almost there. On his last health bar. Let's do it. Let's close this out.
I'm pleased, maiden. Keep fighting. Keep struggling for me.
seems like it doesn't. Well, I am using my full power.
Yes! And there. Big gold. We did it. Massive PB. Oh, I just missed a 15-minute PB. Nah, I can't. I'm not complaining. That was a really solid run for my skill level in this game. My, like, hopeful kind of goal is to get sub 2 hours, but I am happy with this. Like, sub 2 is possible. Like, it's not even like a question. I know it's possible. It's been done. The record on Xbox specifically, I think, is like an hour 56 or 55 or something. I forget the exact minute value, but I know it's like an hour 50 something. So, like, yeah, you could save almost 10 minutes off this run without too much difficulty, but my personal goal is to hopefully be able to get sub 2 hours, but even if I can't get sub 2 hours, I'm pretty happy with this run. This was not a perfect run by any means, because we scroll up to the beginning. I was kind of behind by a minute and a half for a hot minute there. Because I lost 45 seconds because I didn't beat up Turles fast enough and get the dialogue skip. And then I don't really know what went wrong on the Dodoria split specifically. The fights definitely weren't good, but they didn't feel bad by a minute, so I guess my Hug World stuff was just not that good. And then there's a few other splits here and there that I lost time on. Like my expert missions weren't very good, for example. And some other fights were definitely could have been better, even some of the splits I golded on could have been better, but yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with that. Even if it is improvable. Even if I don't get another PB, I would be okay with leaving it here if I had to. Yeah, outfits give stats, but there's no outfits really worth using, as far as I know, that give enough stats to be worth getting. There are a few outfits that I get and then sell, but like the basic outfit does give some boosts to your damage, which is why like you'd have to really find a good outfit to be worth getting in the run. And there is an outfit that like you can grab, which does get rid of the boosts that you get from the default armor, but it gives you extra health. So like if you're really having trouble with some of the fights, that outfit exists, which is potentially worth getting for safety, but I don't really worry about that. And yeah, obviously there's no reason to make a QQ bang. That's way too out of the way. Whether it's RNG or not, it's way too out of the way. So yeah, let me think about what fights I know for a fact I can do faster. So, yeah, like I said, I lost 40-something seconds on the Turles fight in the Vegeta split. Pretty sure... Yeah, I think all my Ginyu fights were good. I don't think any of them were particularly bad at the very least. I think my Slug and Turles fight definitely could have been better, but I don't know if I could have saved time on there or not, or if any of the problems I had on there were not time lost. I could always do Frieza and Cooler faster, but that was a pretty good split overall, I'd say. For Cell, the Metal Cooler fights were just kind of total ass, so I know for a fact that one can go faster by at least 20 seconds. But yeah, also on Cell, the fight against Android 17 and then Cell afterwards was a little slow, but it wasn't too bad. Then Future fights were decent. I think the fight against Mira in 16 is maybe a little slow, but it wasn't that bad. Yeah, I lost some time in the expert missions because those ones were not the best. I can always do the Super Saiyan fight better, without a doubt. The Majin Buu fight was pretty good, actually. I don't really have too much I can say about that one. I think the Super Buu fights were pretty good, and the Janemba fight wasn't perfect by any means, but it was also not bad. The Kid Buu fight was pretty good. I like it. I could probably save a few seconds, but nothing too significant. The Bardock, Mira, and the Beerus fights were all very good, honestly. Like, I think maybe the Bardock and Mira fights could be a little bit better, but the Beerus fight itself was really good. The fight against the Frieza soldiers, if they were to cooperate, I could easily save 30 seconds to a minute at least. And then the actual Frieza and Cooler fights were not the best. They weren't bad, but they could have been better. The Whis fight was pretty good. Can't really complain there. And then, yeah, the Bardock and Mira fight was really not that good. It was pretty slow. I lost 30 seconds to it. But, you know, that's a hard split, so I can't really complain too much. I did lose some time to the Toa fight. So that one's improvable for sure. And then, honestly, like, the Mira fight wasn't, like, it'll never be perfect, but I genuinely can't complain about that Mira fight. Like, I don't think I really lost that much time to it overall. Like, that was a really solid Mira fight. Like, Mira didn't really use any of his annoying skills, thankfully. Like, I mentioned how there's the one attack that he has that always hits you no matter what, basically, unless you're, like, the best at doing the weird spot dodge stuff and just can chain that continuously. You always get hit by that attack, and he didn't use it a single time. So, like, I can't complain. So there's definitely a good number of fights where I could save anywhere from like 10 to 30 seconds on each of them. And if I were to save all of that in one run, I could definitely go under 2 hours, but this is not going to be an easy run to beat. And I'm actually at the point now where if I were to die during a run, and it's against a fight where it's not like I died in the first 30 seconds, I would probably have to reset if I wanted to still PB. Because I don't have enough leeway to make up for actual significant deaths anymore. Because this run, I genuinely can't believe it, this run was deathless. I did not die a single time in this run, and I did not think that was going to happen this quickly. I thought I was going to have like maybe 1 or 2 deaths in this run, because I was coming off of a run where I died 4 times. But no, this run was deathless. So, like, this was a really good run. Thank you for the GGs, though, everybody. Clearly, this was the power of the Shredberg raid. Ignore the fact that I was already ahead by 10 minutes when Shredberg raided. This was the power of the Shredberg raid. Alright. But yeah. I'm not doing another run tonight. Partially because if I want to do multiple runs in this game, I need to start stream earlier in the night. I absolutely did not do that. But also because I'm fine with just riding this high and not trying to follow it up with anything. Because I know it would not go well. I would not be able to top this at all. tonight at the very least. So, yeah, there's not really too much else to say. I will actually go ahead and upload this to YouTube and submit it to the leaderboards, because I haven't submitted any of my other runs because they were bad. I didn't want to submit a run that I didn't like. I was going to wait until I got a pretty decent run. And while this would still be last place on the boards, because there's only like 2 runs on the Xbox leaderboards, and they're both sub 2 hours, you know, even though it is worse by them, worse by like a decent margin for them, I'm still happy with this run. I am more than happy to go ahead and submit it to the leaderboard. Let me go ahead and save my splits as well before I forget. Screenshot them as well. Alright, save that screenshot, and yeah, there we go. I don't really have too much else to say about this run. I'm very, very happy with that.